how Nigeria went from Buhari to Jubril, Nnamdi Kanu first reports. As promised, Nnamdi Kanu has shared more details on his laughable claims that President Muhammadu Buhari has passed away in London and cremated in Saudi Arabia. Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, said that the alleged dismiss of the president led to a clown, Jubril al-Sudani, being brought in from Sudan by Aso Rock cabals. In a string of tweets on Monday, Nnamdi Kanu said the reason Jubril was brought was to stop Yemi Osinbajo, a Christian, from becoming Nigeria's president. The IPOB leader is maintaining that they can fool anyone or they can fool many, but they cannot fool him. To the election of when he resumed office in 2015, Muhammadu Buhari was visibly ill, looking gaunt, emaciated, and drained of zest and energy. Google is 2014-2015 pictures, then you see what I'm saying. From late 2016, Buhari's health worsened to a significant degree, such that interfered with his fitness to endure the rigors of his office. His health issues ranged from a sudden onset of partial deafness, physical wasting, general malaise, and constant fainting fits. All this prompted medical emergencies that required him to be flown abroad for long ago of intensive care remanding and including dialysis. Yet, it never got any better as his ailment took such a drastic turn that prompted his month-long admission at the London hospital. During his stay at the hospital, he was in isolation, and the Nigerian government refused to disclose the nature of his illness, leaving Nigerians in utter speculation and confusion. Yet, one thing that was clear to all was that Buhari was gravely ill and fighting for his life. Recall that Aisha Buhari had traveled to London to see his husband, President Muhammadu Buhari, but she was refused access to him. The snub was but one of many during the same period throughout which nobody was allowed access to Buhari on the orders of now late Abakari. What were they hiding from Aisha? We don't know. But why this tragic deception was going on, a few pictures of Buhari looking frail and near death were leaked and published widely. We will see the pictures on the web. Keep in mind that this whole charade lasted 6 months, more than enough time to prepare an impostor. During this period, nobody, including Osinbajo, the acting president, Buhari's wife, and his children, were allowed any access to him or were even proved as to what was going on with him. In other words, except for his doctors, Buhari was not seen by Nigerians for a whole 6 months. Then, all of a sudden, a new Buhari emerged, looking energetic, robust, toned, and talents missing the marked disfigurements of one of his elopes. Added to all the miracles are this: President Muhammadu Buhari no longer speaks his native Fulfilled, and he got shorter. How come is that? Keep in mind that during this period, the presidential jet that flew Buhari to UK left to Saudi Arabia on a mission shrouded in secrecy. Buhari's wife also left Nigeria to Saudi Arabia on an official claims of observing the lesser age, but she was spotted in funeral garb. From credible domestic and foreign intelligence, it was determined beyond dispute that President Muhammadu Buhari had died in London, having succumbed to his migraine and illnesses that ranged from brain tumor, hemophilia, and other diseases of advanced age, multiple organ failure, and surgical complications. The presidential jet that had implicable departed UK to Saudi Arabia bore President Muhammadu Buhari's remain and Aisha unscathed, but contemporaneous trip to Saudi Arabia was for the purpose of attending President Muhammadu Buhari's secret burial. Some Saudis, British, and the Nigerian cabal knew about this all along. During the period at the London hospital, when nobody was allowed to see Buhari, he was actually on death's thrones and no longer mentally and physically fit for office, to the point that would have constitutionally passed the presidency to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, a Yoruba and a Christian man. A Yoruba taking over is what the cabal led by Abakari failed or feared, and which moved them to seek out a middle-aged man, Jubril from El Sadini, from Sudan, and prepared him to pass off as Buhari. Jubril looks convincing due to his close resemblance of Buhari. They fooled many, but not me. I can never be fooled because I know what they are doing and what they did. By replacing Jubril looking like President Muhammadu Buhari as president of Nigeria, they could fool you too or any other person if you observe that Jubril is shorter, has different nose, has different earlobes, more hair on hair, more vitality, and looks at least 20 years younger than late President Muhammadu Buhari. You can't notice these things and still accept Jubril El Sudani as Nigerian president. This is what I have to say, and these are my words. So viewers, with what Nnamdi Kanu said, it still insists. He keep mentioning this Buhari and Jubril issue. He's still saying it. He's still standing on his ground that this person in Aso Rock is not Buhari. He gave us instances and reasons why we should believe what he's saying. He gave us the difference between Jubril and Buhari. He told us different things to use in comparing Buhari and Jubril. A lot of people believed what he says or what he has been saying, but some are still doubting his words. A lot of Nigerians keep asking Jubril or whatever that if truly he is Buhari and not Jubril and not the impostor, then he should come out and address them. Not on any other thing, but address them in anything. Speak out. They are urging him to speak out. Say something. Not a recorded broadcast, but a live broadcast. But still, till now, he has never for once came out to prove himself. And that shows that Nnamdi Kanu has been right all along. Nnamdi Kanu said that they can only deceive you or any other person, but they cannot deceive him because he knows what he's saying. He has made his findings and find out that the person in Aso Rock is an impostor and not President Muhammadu Buhari. Nnamdi Kanu still claimed that Buhari is dead. Truth must be ironed out. As for me, Buhari is dead. But to give light to his claim, my advice to our great president, raise and turn down the claims of of Nnamdi Kanu, if truly he is alive, let us know the truth behind these claims so that we'll know if the president we are serving or the person that is controlling our country is fake or an impostor, or is fake or real. That is all we want from President Muhammadu Buhari, or whatever you call your name, Jubril. So viewers, thank you for listening to this news. What is your own comments concerning this news? Drop your comment below the comment box. Click on the subscription button as well as the bell button to receive updates whenever I publish new videos. And don't forget, share and like this news as well. Thank you.